What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the FishHooked YouTube channel. It's been cold, rainy, had some crazy weather lately, so we're changing it up today. But we got a giveaway, like we said. We hit 700.
Thank y'all.
So that's pretty crazy, and we're about to hit 800 too. So it just keeps going. So appreciate that. But for this giveaway, we got a Guggen Squad clutch. That's a good colors, like red and orange. We got some Guggen Squad darts. It's like a fluke kind of style bait. Those catch bunches of fish. And we got some of our personal favorites. We got some Wacky rigs, which we're about to talk about.
Gotta have them.
And those kill them, especially this time of year. We got a spinner bait from KVD. Those are nice. That's a white one. We got some creature baits. We got some stick baits. Those are some ochos. A lot of people fish with these. That's a good size. You can wacky rig those too. And then I dropped it, but we got 3 beetle spins, and that's just. That catches a lot of fish. We've done a lot of videos on these and caught tons of fish. You catch them.
These little $3 baits will outfish a lot of your expensive baits, guys.
And then lastly, we just got some EWG hooks. That's a 2-aught, and we're going to talk about those too. So that's everything for the giveaway. And to enter in, you just have to like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment down below. And leave a comment, tell us some videos you want us to do, and we'll get back with you. But that's how you enter in, and the winner will be selected in the next video. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the giveaway.
Alright guys, so I just wanted to come on. Some of you guys might be new to the channel, and I just wanted to talk about our relationship a little bit. Of course, I'm his father. He's my son, and we're a father and son team, and we have the FishHooked YouTube channel. And we just go out and try to have a good time and catch fish. A lot of times, guys, we're not at liberty to have like a long time or a whole day to fish. We have jobs and families, and we don't always have a whole lot of time to fish. So we want to talk a little bit today about our Wacky rig setup and some of the other setups that we use to try to fish in a way that is very high percentage, so that we can catch as many fish as possible in a short amount of time, but also catch big fish, guys. And you saw him catch one this year that was 6 pounds 1 ounce, a big bass, a couple 5s, some 3s, several 3s, a lot of fish that were right there at that 2 pound mark, guys, and we're catching fish fast and catching quality fish fast. And we're going to show you a little bit about how we do that. I think it's a little bit unconventional. You're probably not going to see this on Bassmasters or none of the rest of that stuff. Guys don't really do what we do, but we're going to try to fill you in on how we catch fish and our high percentage way of doing it.
Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about the Wacky rig. Me and Dad have been fishing this way for a long time, and like Dad said, we usually don't have a lot of time to catch fish, so this catches a lot of fish in a short amount of time. And like he said, we catch our fair share of big ones with this too. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about how we rig it. So this is not a popular way to do the Wacky rig, but it's a way that I've found out is pretty successful, and hopefully it will be for you too. But we use a EWG hook like that. I don't know if y'all can see that, if it'll focus, but you know, y'all know what an EWG hook is. But I change up in size. A lot of times I stick around like the 2-aught size or something like that. Maybe I'll go down to a 1-aught if I need to try to catch some fish, some smaller fish. But I just straight up hook it right through the middle, just like a Wacky rig is. And a lot of people would probably say using a big hook like that will lose a lot of bites, but man, we tear them up.
Guys, just for reference, look, this is your EWG, of course, and here is your other Wacky rig hook. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's a huge size difference. This is huge, and there's your little Wacky rig hook. But the fish don't seem to care, guys. They don't seem to mind, and we don't feel like we lose anything. Just straight up using a big worm hook on a EWG Wacky rig, and that's just how we do it, guys. And we feel like we have better hookups. We feel like we keep the fish on better with a bigger hook, and we catch small to large fish doing it.
And it might just be bad luck, but with that other hook that Dad was showing you, I've lost a lot of fish doing that, and you know, we know how to set the hook. I mean, we're not, you know, we feel like we're setting the hook good. We're just losing fish that way. But I lose very few fish with this setup. And if I noticed a big difference in the amount of bites I got with that, I would use that more. But I literally do not see any difference in the amount of bites I get or the quality of fish. Like I said, I've caught my PB on this exact lure right here. So,
and everybody knows with the EWG hook, it's just extremely hard for that fish to come off once he's hooked. But the other advantage, because we don't have much time, guys, is whenever we're kayaking and there's some trees down, some blowdowns, and we want to fish that, with this EWG hook, using it Wacky rig style, of course, all we have to do, guys, is take that off, flip that over, and in no time we're flipped over, we're good to go, and we're weedless. And we can fish those blowdowns and all that stuff immediately without having to change hooks, without having to change setups. You know, when you're in your kayak, you only got a couple rods or whatever's going on. I know a lot of you guys got a rod for every setup, for every hook, for everything. But we don't always have that. We pack light a lot of times because we're walking in somewhere, or we're just lighting our kayak, trying to fish as quick as possible. But that setup, going weedless, or being able to flip that back over and fishing that Wacky rig, is a high productive way to fish, guys, and it catches a lot of fish quick.
Yeah, and you know, I'll say it again. I mean, we both work full-time jobs. You know, this time of year it gets dark so quick in the winter. We may only have an hour to fish, and we're trying to catch 5 bass to make a video for you guys, and that's a really effective way. And I know a lot of you guys are the same way. You guys go fishing after work, you know, just like us, and you want to catch fish, and that's a really effective way to do that, catch a lot of fish.
Now let's talk about the Wacky rig hook, guys. Obviously this is a small little hook that they want you to use when you're Wacky rig fishing, and sometimes in certain situations, you know, we might be using this hook to Wacky rig. But I want to show you why sometimes we use this little hook when we Wacky rig, because, you know, we might be catching fish, but we might be seeing some type of surface action or fish feeding on different things, and we're throwing this around, we're searching, we're trying to find fish, but you might miss something or whatever. Let me show you something that you can do real quick, guys, when you're using this little Wacky rig hook, to throw something different in there and to try to catch that fish. We'll put this down and we'll pick up our little tiny fluke, guys, that little tiny fluke, and all we'll do is we'll nose hook the tiny fluke like this right here, guys, and all of a sudden we're fishing this. I don't know if you guys remember banjo minnows, but that is a very close resemblance, and we'll throw that in there and we'll catch a lot of those bass that we might have missed on that Wacky rig, or just trying to throw something different at them. This little minnow that is sporadic, it dies, it floats to the bottom, it flutters down, just like that Wacky rig would, and immediately we change the presentation, we change the bait, and we'll get a strike a lot of times, guys, just from that little fluke.
And that's a super fun way to fish too. Just it's kind of like a jerk bait, but you can fish it multiple ways, like Dad said. But that's a really fun way to fish.
Again, when you're trying to minimize your time, guys, and you're able to swap a bait just like that, and you're able to save that time. You're not retying a whole lot, and you're able to catch fish. It works, guys. It works really good.
All right, and also too, I want to talk about color just for a second. It's not a big deal, so I'm not going to take too long on it. This is kind of like the June bug color. It's like it's kind of like a darker blue and black with blue speckles. And then this is a dark green, but we usually use like a watermelon or pumpkin seed kind of thing. But yeah, basically when I'm fishing a wacky rig, these are the only two colors I worry about. I don't worry about all the crazy. I'm not saying they don't work, but these two cover a lot, because in a more clear water situation, you want to use your greens. It's more of a natural color. And in a more stained water, you want to use something like this. But I mean, I've caught a lot of fish like this in natural clear looking water, and then I've caught a lot of fish on this in stained water. But to me, that darker black and blue works better in the stained water, and this works better in the clear water. But it just depends on what the fish are doing. Some days it literally does not matter what color you have. Some days I have noticed a difference of switching to the June bug or the green. It just depends, and that's just something as a fisherman that you got to determine yourself, is what color they want, or if it doesn't matter. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Those are the best fishing days. But yeah, that's pretty much all it takes when it comes to color. Some guys, I feel like, get a little bit too focused on, they're trying to use silver or red or orange or something. It's pretty simple when it comes to wacky rig fishing anyways. Maybe it's different where you live. We live south. That's pretty much all you need for the south. So
yeah guys, and if you'll put like 10-15 pound braid on a spinning rod with like an 8 to 10 pound fluorocarbon leader, you tie this EWG hook on with that wacky rig, and you'll be surprised how far you can throw a yum dinger with that setup, guys. It'll just go forever, and you cover a lot of water quick, guys.
And I do want to shout out Yum, because when it comes to me and Dad, that's the only brand we use for a wacky rig. This thing, I mean, it's the perfect length. To me, it's just perfect all around for a wacky rig fishing. So yeah, shout out to them. They make really good stuff. They're pretty durable you can catch a couple fish usually with them before they go bad, and they're not expensive. They're pretty cheap.
We go through a lot of them, obviously, guys, because we're slinging them with the hook in the middle of them.
Yeah.
We don't really use the little rings that you're supposed to use. I know y'all don't see those, but
yeah,
we probably should, but we don't.
We would save a lot if we did.
We don't have time. We're just throwing worms, guys.
Yeah. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Like I said, the weather's been insane. Don't worry, we're gonna get back out there and start fishing again. Keep bringing videos to you guys. You guys have been awesome. All the subs, the
comments. Thank y'all for all the support.
It's insane, really. So don't forget about the giveaway. Like, subscribe, and comment, and you'll be entered in. We'll select that winner. Like I always say, we're doing one every 100 to 1,000. I think we're gonna hit 1,000 real soon, because you guys have been going crazy. But we appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and the rest of our videos, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank y'all so much. God bless you.